How long are you gonna go for?
I don't know. I was thinking about it.
Yeah, noise.
Yeah.
Today we did effects stuff along with violin for all the songs, and it would be just me like telling Dom just like this over here. It's like a, and it would be like it would be very it was very annoying.
Yeah. I mean, like, is it going well, like in general?
Yeah, sure. Let's start the show and then we'll talk about how it's going.
Okay.
It's going well.
Who introduced last time?
I introduced last time, I think.
Okay. Well, welcome back to This Ain't a Scene, It's a Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dawson, he, him pronouns. And you might be used to this, but there's somebody else in the room with me.
I don't know if they're quite used to it yet. They might be a little confused.
It might be a little shocking.
Well, I'm the other person in the room. There's two other people in the room with you.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Similar. Oh no! You can't reveal yourself too early. I'm Carson, your other host. He, him pronouns as well. And with us today, in the spirit of us only bringing on people who are in our bands.
And Tom Lovejoy.
Yeah, and Tom Lovejoy. Well, Tom is he's kind of in everybody's band.
Yeah.
He's got his finger in many pies, you know.
Yuck.
I don't like how that came out. Today we have Marty.
Sure, yeah.
You want to do Marty Haig?
We can be Marty.
Yeah, okay. We have Marty Haig, drummer of the Callous Daoboys, here with us today, folks.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. You were kind of on the second episode.
I think it was the first episode.
I think it was the first, yeah.
You were kind of on the first episode?
Yeah.
Carpal Tunnel of Love?
Yeah.
No, that was the second. Where we talked about Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that was episode 2. First episode was Love from the Other Side.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were kind of on that episode. You've returned in full to really be on the show.
I have.
We're so happy to have you here. We gotta. I mean,
is that a bee? I think there's a bee in the room.
no, I think it's just a bug.
Yeah.
If there was a bee in the room, that would really
Me and Dawson locked
suck
eyes.
ass.
Like, it was a bee.
Like, oh hell no, not a bee.
We have to let him out peacefully now.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. Save the bees and all that, you know?
Yeah, what's up with that? Do we like all die if the bees die?
I think.
Can you explain that to me? How does that work?
Okay.
They pollinate a bunch of shit.
They pollinate a bunch of shit, and then if like they stop being able to pollinate a bunch of shit, then
our oxygen becomes.
Well, it's
something
like
happens to our food, right?
Yeah, our food. Like there's less of it for sure, because like there's not bees like pollinating the food plants and whatever. You know, I didn't go to college for environmental science.
Yeah, I'm not much of a beekeeper myself.
I was about to ask
Hardly
you, like,
know
you're
her.
the vegan of the three of us, so like, you would probably know a little bit more about saving the bees. But
You would
turns out
think,
you're
yeah.
fucking useless.
No, I kind of draw my veganism line when it comes to insects. Like I'll eat honey.
Sure.
I don't have
You'll
a problem
eat
with
insects.
honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You will eat bugs.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
bug man.
Yeah.
For sure. I'll
Protein
live in the pod.
source.
I'll eat the bugs.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
down.
absolutely. You've seen Snowpiercer, right?
I have. Yeah,
Hardly
yeah.
know.
I
for
don't know
sure.
what. Shut up. I don't know why he gets so upset that they're eating bugs. It's like, what else? What the fuck else do you think you're eating?
Well,
you
the
know?
people in the front of the train have food. I think that's the main discrepancy there.
Yeah,
Make the
I
people
mean-
in the back
Sure.
eat bugs.
Well, he is also like genuinely horrified when he looks in there and it's just like cockroach central.
yeah, it sucks.
I mean, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
gross.
I
but
would
if it was
also be-
ground into a
I'm-
cube that tasted like fucking peppermint. I don't
It
give a
tastes
shit.
like
sure.
dog shit.
Yeah.
It did not
it
taste
taste like dog shit.
Yeah, it
But
tastes
they were
terrible.
all fighting each other on how many rations. They
Yeah,
got.
because
Well,
they're
were starving.
hungry.
Yeah, it's the only
That's a good
food.
point. Yeah.
They need to eat anyway.
right.
I think if he found out the conductor was also eating roaches, he'd be like, "All right, fair."
Yeah, it's like everyone's
Sure,
eating
yeah,
roaches.
If Ed Harris,
Yeah.
spoilers,
Bug man.
Bugman Ed Harris.
How did they get so many cockroaches? They're on a
because
train.
it was a post-apocalypse, or because they were on a train.
Well, like it is a post-apocalypse, but like, where do they get all the cockroaches from?
I think they breed like crazy.
Cockroaches breed like
Yeah.
crazy, and also like, you know, can't cockroaches like survive nuclear fallout, or is that like a myth?
Well, if you eat them, they die.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not like
Sure.
I'm
You're
not
wondering
like.
how they're on the train if it's always moving.
All right, I don't
Is
want to
that
do
it?
cinema sins for
It's-
Snowpiercer. All right?
it's just-
Like, this is gonna suck if that's the show.
It's not like a problem with the movie. I'm just wondering. 'Cause there's a lot of
No,
cockroaches in
I
there.
get you. It's cool. It's cool.
It's a good ass movie.
You asked me how the studio was going.
Yes.
Before we introduced ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's throw it to the drummer.
Oh,
How is the studio going?
pretty awesome. This is my first Daoboys release, and it's been a blast so far. We knocked out drum parts in like 2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
It went by
yeah.
pretty quick.
It's not many songs. We're not going to reveal how many, but it's not
Yeah,
many.
not
so
a lot.
yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
little collection of songs, all of which could be singles.
Yeah.
You
But
just said you weren't going to
Oh,
reveal how many there were.
damn,
Yeah.
we'll
But
bleep it out.
It's going great. They're sounding very fucking cool.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
excited.
They sound pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Today was like today was like violin effects and sort of prepping for vocals because I start vocals tomorrow,
Mhm.
which is pretty awesome. That I'm doing a hour-long podcast before I record vocals. all
Warming
day
up the
tomorrow.
throat.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, really warming it up and seeing which Patrick Stump notes I can hit while I'm imitating this song.
yeah, exactly.
Marty, we ask. Well, hey, my fault.
Huh?
We'll get to Marty in a second.
Okay.
This fucking piece of
Yeah,
shit
I'll wait.
over here.
This guy.
Yeah. How are you doing, Dawson?
I'm pretty good.
You graduate this week.
Yeah. I'm done with all my classes though, and I'm not walking.
Let's
So
fucking
basically
go.
already
Congrats.
graduated.
That's
Yeah, thank you.
amazing. That's
Thanks.
amazing. Are you gonna get like a diploma in the mail?
Yeah, I mean that's how it is for everyone at Georgia State. Like if you walk, you don't get your diploma then and there. It gets mailed to you anyway.
Did you just not want to walk?
No.
Yeah. All the pomp and circumstance is kind of gay at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, and also just like, it's not like a degree that I'm like passionate about. So like,
Sure.
I feel weird like,
Claiming it.
Yeah, like claiming it and like publicly celebrating to that extent about it.
Publicly celebrating how much money you spent.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know, for sure. I feel you. Well, I mean, congratulations on that.
Thanks. I turned in my last project this past Friday, and I did it in an afternoon. And do you know the Mandela catalog?
Yeah, like it's like an ARG thing, right?
Yeah, it's a YouTube analog horror series, and I really like it because when I first stumbled across it, it like genuinely scared me. Like
Nice.
I felt tingles in my body, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this is frightening."
Sure. Yeah.
So I kind of just like made like a little 1 minute tribute to that.
Nice.
Where
That's
I had
cool.
like I can show it to you all after, but
Would love that.
I sat in my bed. It was like fucking high noon or whatever, so it was bright as shit outside. So I had to turn the exposure down on my camera. So I closed my blinds, shut my door, turned off my lights, sat in my bed with the camera pointed at the wall for like a minute, like 2 minutes.
Nice.
And then I found a picture of like a reconstruction of a John Doe at a police station. And it's very frightening to look at. And I
Nice.
just like fucked with the contrast and everything, made it black and white, so it was like super spooky. And like
So you're trying to scare your teachers
Yes.
into giving you a good grade.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, I. Fuck
I'm
with
trying
that.
to
That's
I'm
awesome.
trying to scare the shit out of this guy.
Yeah. He
Because,
deserves a good kick in the balls.
I mean, not really.
All right.
It seems like, I mean, the teacher himself. I'm not gonna say who it is because that would be like mean or whatever. But I mean, I just kind of
Stump.
I kind of feel bad for all of the film professors at Georgia State that aren't teaching theory.
Sure.
Because if they're teaching like practical stuff like production or visual effects, like like 9 times out of 10 you get the vibe that they were trying to like work in the field and then that failed, so they come
Yeah.
and be
No.
a teacher.
Exactly. Those who can't teach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Those who can't do, teach.
My
Yeah,
fault.
those who can't do
Those who
teach.
can't teach gym.
That's right.
Yeah.
School of Rock. What a
Yeah,
good movie.
that's right. Good old School of Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just kind of like makes me sad when I look at some of the film professors, but that didn't make me feel any worse about trying to scare the shit out of them. So.
That's awesome. Dude. That's awesome. Well, Marty, we've brought you on the show.
Yes.
And, we got to ask, since pretty much everyone that we've had on thus far, pretty big Fall Out Boy fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we assume you're no different. So what
Absolutely.
is what is your history with Fall Out Boy, and what does your present with Fall Out Boy look like?
I love Fall Out Boy just across the board. I consider them like the first like real band I actually got into. Like before I was in the first record I heard of theirs was From Under
You were
the
into
Cork
like
Tree.
the Wiggles and shit beforehand.
I was into like
Funny you
fucking, I
bring
was
up
into
the
like the
Wiggles.
radio pop punk like Bowling for Soup and stuff like that, which is basically the Wiggles.
Sure, yeah,
it's like
yeah, it might
literally
as well
no
be,
different.
yeah.
And then I saw the music video for Sugar We're Going Down on MTV like after school when I was in middle school, and it just like blew my little mind.
That's
And
awesome.
I convinced my grandmother to buy me the CD, and she agreed because there was no parental advisory sticker on it.
Whoa.
I tried to get her to buy me a copy of Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, and she would not do it. So this was a big win for me. And
Huge.
And that record just blew my mind. Like from the first song, I had never heard anything like that before.
So you've that was your first, and you've lived with that one sort of as your. I mean, would you? It's still a great record, but would you call it nostalgic when you listen to it?
Yeah, I think I've almost overplayed it now. You know,
Sure,
when I go to
sure.
listen to Fall Out Boy, it's not their first record I put on, but it was for like a very, very long time.
What's the first one you put on?
Now probably Infinity on High, and then immediately Folly Adieu, which
Yeah.
was not the case back then.
Yeah, no, not at all. Well, I mean, describe what your relationship. What is your relationship with Fall Out Boy these days? What does it look like?
We're so back. That's my relationship. We're so
We're
back.
so fucking
We're so
back.
fucking back.
I was in college when they got back together in like 2013, and I saw them at Skate and Surf in New Jersey, and it was sick.
Whoa.
And I liked Save Rock and Roll a lot. They really lost me for 2 records, but So
Yeah.
Much for Stardust is good.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Front to back, it's good, and
Yeah.
it seems like they're back in it. You know, I don't know. I'm excited to be a fan again.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool to have people like you in my life. People
Yeah.
who I wouldn't say you have harsh opinions on music. There's just a lot of music you don't like,
For sure, yeah.
and for you to like So Much for Stardust is A, very validating,
Thank you.
and B, makes me feel like I might have a pretty intelligent music taste as well. Before we went on, we did a 5-week tour back in January, February, March together.
Yeah.
And right before we went on that tour, you mentioned how you hadn't really listened to Foley that much.
Yeah.
And then you kind of fell in love with it over that tour.
Well, I'm obsessed. It's become like, if not like my second favorite, definitely. I was one of those people when it came out who was just like, I think there was like Fall Out Boy oversaturation, at least in my life, because it was like so many singles and music videos off of Infinity on High. They were everywhere. And then I remember Folly coming out and me being like, new record already. And I never gave it a chance. And
it was a really quick turnaround.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was 1 year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was 1 year, yeah. Which
Ugh.
I forget whose discography I was looking at the other day, but I saw that they had done like a record a year for their first like 3 records, and I was trying to remember who it was. Well, now I'm trying to remember who it was. Maybe it's in my Spotify recently searched, but just speaking as a band that tours and is barely getting studio time in before we go on this tour and then our subsequent summer tours.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe they did that.
You might have to backlog albums to be able to do that. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And they were on
Writing
tour
like
so
hell.
much, and they were like in the press so much, dude. I can't imagine having that kind of schedule.
Oh, no, it sounds like a nightmare.
I mean, it makes complete sense why they, like, even outside of everything else, just schedule-wise, why they took a hiatus after
For sure.
after Foley.
Makes a lot of sense, and I think they maybe had it wasn't Census Fail that I was thinking of, but maybe it is. Maybe it is Census Fail that I was thinking of.
I mean, if we want to talk about bands with, like, ridiculous output.
Oh yeah, it totally is. Yeah,
Oh,
they
wow.
did. They did From the Depths of Dreams and Let It Enfold You, and then Still Searching 2 years later after Let It Enfold You. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
whoa,
Christ.
it's too much. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah. Default answer is, at this point, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Well, yeah, but their
They
whole
fucking-
thing is that they put out a fuck ton of music.
Yeah, but even
When that's
so,
your thing, I think, like, you kind of have to just, like, get in the studio. First draft, last draft, get it out the door.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the remarkable thing is that, like, most of it is, like, pretty good, honestly.
I only listened to that Microtonal Bananas album. I have not listened to much else.
Well, our friend Chance, future guest of the pod, is a massive Giz fan. Doorbell just rang.
Oh, it's Chris Jeffer.
It's Chris Jeffer.
Oh, who could be here but Chris Jeffer?
Holy crap! It's
Let me
Chris
see if
Jeffer.
I can answer the door while also recording.
I think the mic cable will reach far enough. Oh, it definitely will.
It does. It does reach far enough.
Wow.
Chris Jeffer, you're on the podcast right now. Technically, yeah, we're recording this. Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
What a shit show. Chris, welcome in. You can sit. We do not have a mic for you.
Hi, Chris.
But
Yeah, you can just
you can move.
watch,
you can
I
move
guess.
my laptop case. Awesome. All right, cool.
All right, Chris Jeffers here.
Chris Jeffer is in the audience.
The Callous Daoboys front of house.
The Callous Daoboys front of house. We can't stop bringing people on that
Yes.
are a part of the team.
Mixer extraordinaire.
I haven't seen Chris in a month, so I'm very smiley now. I missed you. Nice to see you.
What were we talking about? Oh,
King
just
Gizzard.
Yeah. What about Chance?
Oh yeah, Chance is a fucking enormous fan of Gizzard.
Yes, I know that, and I got to be real. I don't get it. But
yeah,
like,
I've listened to there a while ago. It's got to be like 2 years at this point, 2-3 years. I was like, I'm gonna listen to every Giz album released, and that number has only gone up since I did that. But I made it from 12 Bar Brews to Nonagon Infinity, which is like 9 albums.
Holy shit.
In the
Christ.
span of like a day and a half, and I was like, I'm all gizzed out, honestly, and then
yeah,
I
no,
never
it
listened
is
to
a
them
lot.
again.
Like, I don't know, because like,
But Nonagon is like really fucking good.
I've heard Nonagon's really good, and maybe I'll check that out. Maybe we'll Patreon episode we have to deep dive into fucking Nonagon.
We'll bring Chance on for that one. He
Oh, I'd
will
love to.
Fucking cream himself.
I mean, Buckethead releases like 35 albums a year.
Yeah.
And
What's
at that
Buckethead's
point, that's
deal?
quantity over quality.
Yeah,
It's just
honestly,
like,
like-
it's just like I have to write more guitar solos so that 5 boomers buy each one a day, and
Yeah.
that's how I pay for.
I feel like
That's how I pay my rent.
Giz is remarkable in that they like it's not like each record they put out it's not like Viper, which, not to speak shit on
Sure.
the king, but like
Yeah, don't talk about
That-
Viper.
that
in a
man puts
disparaging
out
way.
records and sometimes they're not like it's the same record.
I didn't have when I was an intern at Unnamed Studio. We had a guy come in and pay us, oh gosh, a lot of money for 30 days in the studio, and every single day he recorded a full mixtape that he then dropped the next day.
What?
That's
the
awesome.
fuck?
It was crazy.
Did you have fucking Lil B in the studio or something?
I don't know. I don't remember who it was, but it was a crazy guy, and he did it. He did that every single. I mean, it was like 12 songs a day, and he
Jesus
just
Christ.
like. I mean, they'd all be like, maybe a hook, and then like a verse, and then the hook again. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like anything particularly special, but he was crazy, and
Yeah.
he did. I mean, power to him. He was like going nuts with that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
Not comparable to Fall Out Boy doing 2 records back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dawson, do we have anything to go over before we start talking about this song?
Let me do the funny thing where I pull out my phone and I look at the Twitter at the Dreaded Wheel. If you're not following,
Somebody mentioned that What a Time to Be Alive was being used for NBA playoff stingers.
yes,
Yet another sports song written by the boys.
yeah. At Dwayne Stewart says,
Shout out Dwayne.
Shout out Dwayne.
Shout
Not
out
sure
Dwayne.
if it's a reflection of commercial success, but they've been using "What a Time to Be Alive" as bump music in NBA playoffs coverage.
I mean,
Is that the
That's
Earth,
the
Wind,
wedding
and Fire
band
song?
song,
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you're going to pick one song to be a stinger during the playoffs, like that
Of the
seems like
songs on that
one.
record,
Of the
Sure.
songs,
it's
yeah.
that one.
That song's pretty fucking sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing.
Despite the
everything
joy
is lit
in the
except
composition.
my serotonin. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's a song for the losers. The
Yeah.
Atlanta
Could
Hawks
be.
being one of them. I don't know anything
Get 'em.
about that.
I don't know
Anyway.
shit about basketball.
So we had that. Did we have anything else?
Fucking Meat Ruckus said, "Ice Pick is hate breed for people who breed hate," and I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. That's just Jordan Jackson being a crazy guy.
I don't know who this person is. Truthfully,
He's a Daoboys fan who makes all the stickers of us.
oh nice.
If you see a sticker of one of us, it's because he made it.
I've seen the
Yeah.
Dan sticker.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the Marty stickers?
Have you
I
seen the
haven't
Marty
seen
stickers?
Oh, they're good.
stickers.
They're good.
They're good.
It makes you look shorter than you are.
Yes, it does.
How do you feel about that?
Dan took a picture of me before one of our Connecticut shows with like that 0.5 camera,
Yeah.
and like I look so small, and I'm already pretty short. I'm like 5'7", but like I've had the fans have come up to me at shows and been like, you're really not that small. And it's like, so Dan has really fucked me on that one.
Dan has ruined your
Dan-
public
Dan has done me
perception.
dirty.
Dan really knew how to nerf you.
Yeah, it was a cheap
Yeah.
shot.
It wasn't enough that God made you short. Dan had to go and make it worse.
That's just
Yeah.
kind of like short on short crime because like Dan is not the tallest
Get 'em.
person in the universe.
That's what I like to hear. Get him. You hear that?
I'm just saying.
Short King's up though. I will say. Joaquin Phoenix 5'8".
Yeah.
No way.
Nothing wrong
Swear
with
to
being
God.
a
I'm
short
taller
king.
than Joaquin Phoenix.
5'8", baby.
Yeah.
Whoa,
he doesn't
dude.
come off as 5'8" at all.
Yep.
He comes off as 7'12".
Yeah, right.
Or 8, you know.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Rounding up. Yeah.
7'12".
Yes, let's get into this song. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get the title correct.
The title of this song is "I've Got a Dark Alley and a Bad Idea That Says You Should Shut Your Mouth." Parentheses, summer song.
And here is a snippet of it.
And it's over just like that. Wow.
Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy how that happens.
Yeah, so Marty, initial thoughts on this song.
It's not my favorite on the record. It is a deep cut. It's a
Yeah.
slow jam.
It's a slow jam.
But it's not bad for the style. It's interesting. It's an interesting time capsule of like a 2005 pop punk song. You know what I mean? And what they do as a weird ballad.
Yeah, no, and that is the words I would use to describe it, as a weird ballad. This has got to be the worst song on this record, right? Like,
Yeah.
I gotta bring that up first. Like, this has got to be like the worst one, right?
It's one of the songs on this record.
It's one of the songs on this record. Although, I mean, you've alluded to this record being pretty front loaded. I remember
Absolutely.
that being your bad opinion, but
It is most definitely track 6 on this record.
yeah, of course, yeah. And
Yeah.
it comes after. I mean, how the fuck are you gonna follow "Sugar We're Going Down"? How the fuck are you gonna follow?
It
Dance
comes
Dance?
after
Yeah.
like fucking killer 5-track run of Our Lawyer, of All the Gin Joints, Dance Dance, Sugar We're Going Down, and Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner.
Oh, and Nobody Puts Baby. What a
Banger.
jam.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good.
It
banger.
follows those 5, and then this song happens, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
What this song should be is it should be on the acoustic EP, and they should have just done it acoustic. But I don't know. I'm sure there are people that like this song.
I'm
I
one of them.
don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Right here, honestly, I won't lie to you. I do like this
Really?
song. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go on then, my friend. Please.
It's
Indulge
neat.
me with your thoughts.
It's nice.
What is nice about it? What do you
It's
like
got
about it?
like so when I listened to this song for the episode, I was in the car driving on the way up here, and it was like sunset, and like this song was going, and I was like, you know what, this is like a really good sunny day sunset song. And like something
Yeah.
about just like the mood I was in, or maybe like I just like am a lot more forgiving today. I'm not on my hater
Yeah.
shit today.
You're not on your hater shit.
You
I
know-
wouldn't say I'm on my hater shit. I just say that like this is got to be my least favorite song on this record.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Go ahead, Marty.
I was gonna say, if I had to find something to like about it, I like Patrick Stump's low register. You
Yeah.
know, his kind
Sounds
of like
good.
I really
his,
like
his
when
like
he hits
Depeche
those low
Mode
notes.
kind of voice. I've always liked that, but it ain't a banger.
No, it's not a banger, and especially when like the other quote unquote acoustic song on this record is the "This has been said. What is that song called? It's the second to last song. It's not Sophomore
Get
Slump.
Busy Living or
Get Busy Living
Dying.
or Get Busy Dying.
banger.
That song is incredible.
Yeah.
And every time this song starts, I think it's going to be that one. And then it's not, and I get really upset.
You know what's interesting? I just saw on I looked up the lyrics for this so I could refresh myself a little bit. And at the bottom of the Genius page, it says, Patrick Stump has indicated via Twitter that this is one of the songs he would have removed in favor of putting Music or Misery on the record. And Music or Misery is a good-ass song.
Music or Misery is an incredible song. And, I mean, I think that's just something that you look back on in hindsight, and you're just like...
Yeah.
You know, at the time, maybe they thought that this could be, like, would this be out of place on a Dashboard Confessional album?
Not at all.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
like... Was Dashboard Confessional popular at this time?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I was saying I think it's like a really interesting little time capsule because like all of the pop punk bands back then did have slow jams on their album. Yeah, they had at least one emo song.
Name another.
Cartel has Cartel
had a lot.
Chroma has like one or two piano ballads on it, you know?
Damn.
And they are stinkers.
Oh,
Much like this one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This feels like and I don't know. It's just like background stuff, I guess. I guess it wouldn't be out of place on. I mean, you've not to cast aspersions, but you've been going through a big car seat headrest phase.
Oh,
that's why I
100%.
think you're more forgiving on it.
Listen,
on this song in particular.
Listen, I have been spinning Teens of Denial like front to back over and over and over and over again for like 4 days straight now.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, perfect record. Something about it just incredible. But it might have something to do with me being more forgiving towards this song. I won't deny it.
Again, no accusations being cast here.
And I mean, it's not like, listen, everybody listening right now, if you think that either of us, for that matter, are arbiters of fantastic opinions all the time, I will have you know that I have a Shawn Mendes album in my top albums of all time.
Oh, that's what's up. Is he the guy who's Hungies?
No,
Is that Shawn
no,
Mendes?
that's Charlie Puth.
Oh, excuse me.
Charlie Puth is
sure.
Hungies and a
Definitely
significantly worse songwriter, in my opinion, but he does have some bangers.
What's Shawn Mendes? Is he Stitches?
He's Stitches.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Stitches is
I'll
a
give you
banger.
that.
Yeah. He's also, you got plans tonight.
Yeah, Lost in Japan.
400 miles from Japan tonight.
Lost in Japan is one of his best.
see.
That song's tight.
You might be onto something. I don't know about best albums ever.
Yeah, and
I think you should listen to more music.
I think I listen to so much music.
I know, but there's so much out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen. I'm also not going to deny that the reason I have Shawn Mendes on my chart and stuff is because I think he's hot.
There you go. All right.
I'm
He's
not
a
gonna.
handsome boy.
I won't deny that. But I also like the songs. So
I'm sorry, Dawson. He just looks like every other white gay guy.
I know.
Very sorry.
I know.
Okay, all
but
right.
something about him.
He's a hot man.
Something about him is different for me. Did you see him when he had long hair for his album Wonder?
No.
God damn.
All right. I mean, maybe instead of our normal artwork, it's just Shawn Mendes with long hair.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Okay, let's do it.
And then,
Who cares?
And then he cut his hair, and I had a heart attack.
Well, he dated Camila Cabello, who I think is annoying.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Listen, the album.
I love the deep, just like, all right,
Listen.
here's the thing.
So the album that, like, my favorite album of his, Wonder, is like it's a wife guy album basically, but
Sure.
he wasn't married to
And of
Camilla.
all the wife guys that I know, you're not one of them. But continue.
Yeah, I'm not a wife guy. I don't have a wife.
No.
As some may be shocked to find out, but that album is basically like entirely about how much he loves Camilla, with a couple songs that like go introspective or whatever, and then
And then they broke up.
They broke up like a year later, maybe less than that.
Damn.
Interesting.
Doesn't diminish the album in any way for me, because Shawn Mendes is kind of a general songwriter, so you could just kind of apply a lot of what he writes about to a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do with that Casey Musgraves record where she's talking
Golden
about how
Hour?
much she loves her ex-husband, and I'm just like, I think all these songs are actually about me.
It's like, I'm your Velvet Elvis? Holy shit.
Whoa!
Wow.
I do need my space cowboy. I wanted to, because I don't have a whole lot to say about this song, I wanted to stack this up against the other slow jams.
Okay.
Interesting.
On not on this record, but on the other records. Because it's just, I do think that this band is constantly trying to evolve and constantly trying to do something different, something new every time. But I will say there is one slow jam on every record, and it's
What's the slow jam on Foley?
What a catch!
What a catch down.
Oh, I don't even think about that as like a slow jam because
That's a slow jam.
It's a slow jam.
Yeah.
What did Pete went? So we were, and this was a talk that me and Dom were just having. Me and my best friend and also record producer extraordinaire Dominic Maduri were having.
Currently producing both of our records.
Both of our records right now.
Huge shout out to Dom.
Huge shout out to Dom, the best guy. Does Pete Wentz suck or rock at stage banter? Because I'm coming around to suck.
Oh, he sucks at it.
It might be so bad that it rocks.
I mean, he might just be so handsome to look at that while he's babbling, you're like,
he's beautiful.
He's such a cutie.
You can get away with a lot shittier stage banter on stage if you are hot.
I would agree. So. He also gets away with having like those screaming vocals that he has, being as cute as he is.
Yeah.
Not being the best bass player in the world.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
but
you don't have to be the best bass player in the world to have like swag.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, not at all. He's a cute emo boy who has a lot of words to say.
Yeah.
And that is enough.
Yeah.
As
sure.
we've seen. But before we watched a which you should watch it. It's awesome. You've probably seen it. There's like a performance they did like on a soundstage. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's for like PBS.
2009, and they play most of Foley.
It's awesome.
I need to watch this.
It's so dope. But what does he say before What to Catch Donnie? He says something very stupid.
Something so dumb. That is lost
He's
me
like,
now.
this is he's like, you know that friend that you have who's like always thinking that he sucks.
But he's cool.
It's
about him.
This song's about him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a doof.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Listen. I say a lot of stupid shit on stage. I'm like the Pete Wentz of Bummer Hill in that I don't have the majority of the vocals, yet I talk the most on stage.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, there you go.
But that's like,
I sort of like
that's like the bit
you
with,
as the
with
Pete
me.
Wentz of life. Also,
what is what does that mean?
Everyone else is in the band, and you're the lyricist.
I'm the lyricist. I don't even write the lyrics for Bummer Hill either.
Well, it's all good.
Yeah, functionally, Jack is the Pete Wentz.
Before Head first slide into Cooperstown, Pete goes, "This is a love song told from the perspective of the hips."
Oh my fucking
Which
god!
I spent so much time trying to figure out what the fuck he meant by that.
This is a love song.
Every time I listen to the song, I'm like,
of
but
the
how?
hips.
No, I was reading the lyrics while we were watching them play it. I was like, I don't think that's what this is about.
Yeah.
He brings up hips.
Sure.
He name checks hips.
I thought it was a song about getting.
I don't know if that's enough to.
I love the idea of just saying any word in a song is name checked.
Yeah. I name check balls.
I name check balls every day.
In my daily life.
I'm name checking my dick and balls.
I name check my dick and balls on a daily basis.
Dude, what a horrible name to have if your first name was Dick and.
That'd be a terrible name.
Yeah, it'd be a really terrible first name to have the first name Fucker too. I think that'd be pretty bad.
Fucker, dick, and balls.
Fucker, dick, and balls.
This is degrading. Anyway, the other slow jams, I will say, they sort of improve. So I don't think there's a slow jam on Take This to Your Grave. I can't think of it if I'm trying to think of it. Right.
They're all kind of like different flavors of the same song.
You could maybe say Where Is Your Boy, but I don't know if it counts.
I don't even know where my boy is.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. That's
I
what I'm
lost
saying.
my
Every time
boy.
I lose my guy, I'm just every time you're not around, I'm just like, where is my boy?
Me when I
tonight?
lose my boy.
The slow jam on this record is the song we're talking about, but then on Infinity on High you have Golden, which I do think Golden, despite it basically being a transition, is a better song than this.
Oh,
It's
for
all
sure.
Oh, stop.
Now, Golden picks
So
up
good.
hard in the second half of the
No,
song.
it's
it takes
pretty
a minute
good.
to
It's
get
pretty
there, but
It does. I also think it's like some of Pete's best lyrics. Like,
yeah.
and then what a catch! My God, what a
Unbeatable.
song.
Banger.
Unbeatable.
Unbelievable.
Whenever we get to that song, I think that we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
We're going to have to bring on every guest that we've ever had, past and future,
And
That's
they-
very
and
funny.
They do lines from the
from other
episodes.
episodes.
That's awesome.
On Save Rock and Roll, I would call the slow jam either Young Volcanoes or Save Rock and Roll. I
Both.
think Young Volcanoes is a terrible song.
Oh, it's
Yes.
bad.
I think Save Rock and Roll is dope.
I think
Yeah.
That song is pretty
both
good.
of those songs are terrible.
You don't like Save Rock and Roll?
I don't. That's my least favorite Fall Out Boy record in general.
Well, over Mania?
Yes.
All right.
Oh yeah, this.
It's
yeah,
your
That's
podcast.
something that, oh, man. Yeah, no, I really try not to ruffle up those feathers
Yeah.
too much. Last week, as you know, we did the Phoenix, and
It
Yow.
it got bloody.
Yeah, you're out of your goddamn mind not liking the Phoenix. That song's awesome. Carson filled me in on that one.
yeah, his fucking ass.
Such a good song. So catchy. Does the big note drop in the last chorus?
Listen.
So good.
Listen.
What's,
all I'm saying
let me
is,
ask you, what's
all I'm-
what's
here
not
we
to
go.
like?
Here we go, baby.
Did you listen to the episode? I go into it in pretty big detail.
I'll have to review.
Yeah.
I'll go back.
All I'm gonna say is, by the end of the episode, Carson gave it a 5 out of 10.
You talked Carson down?
I didn't try to.
I thought I gave it a 6.
You gave it a 5.
Oh damn!
I gave it a 6.5.
Did you mean to give it a 6?
I meant to give it a 6
We can retcon
because I
that.
listened to it the other day after the episode, and I was like, "This is good." Actually.
It's very good.
Yeah, we can retcon that. If somebody makes a spreadsheet of all the scores that we give every song, I need you to know that this is a correction.
yeah. Retcon me to a 6.
Yes.
And I would say the slow jam on American Beauty, American Psycho is Jetpack Blues, which I'm not gonna lie, I think is kind of good.
It's all right.
It's okay.
I think
Mania-
that's the one that on Make America Psycho Again that Big Crit did a remix for. I think it was that
That
one.
sounds cool.
yeah.
What song does Azealia Banks do?
I don't remember.
That's the only one I've heard.
Well, I do know that once we get to an American Beauty, American Psycho song, could be next week, could be a year from now, we don't know.
Yeah.
Once we finally get to one, I will say we will be reviewing the Make America Psycho version of the song as well.
Yeah. I feel like
because I don't want to add them to the wheel. That sounds painful and awful.
yeah.
So,
I feel like that's the only way that we could like reasonably tackle those songs without wanting to kill ourselves.
Yeah. To do a whole episode about a Macklemore remix of an American Beauty, American Psycho song.
We
Christ.
No
Azealia Banks
thanks.
does the kids aren't all right. Jetpack Blues is Big Crit.
I have a good memory.
And
Once.
there's Black Thought from The Roots does Immortals, which
Insane.
Crazy.
How did they get him?
that's awesome.
How the fuck did they get Black Thought on the record?
This might be a controversial statement. I think Young and Menace is the slow jam on Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there another one that's like slow-ish on there that's not Young and Menace? Isn't like
Sunshine Riptide's pretty slow.
Sunshine Riptide is
I would call that the slow jam.
I don't know if that counts as the slow jam because it's nothing. It's
Okay.
I wouldn't call it a song.
Well,
Isn't Church slow? Isn't
you
or-
just hate Young and Menace so much.
Yeah, I do.
It doesn't make it not a song.
No. I'm saying Sunshine Riptide isn't a song.
It is. We did it.
No.
We did it. It was our third episode.
No.
It was our third or fourth episode.
No, it's not a song though. It's like it. You ever like go in an elevator?
Sure.
Yeah, you know how there's like
all the time.
you
I
know
don't mean to
there's,
brag. I'm
there's
doing
like-
pretty well for myself.
there's like music playing in there. You know.
It doesn't make it not a song on that record, though, Dawson. It's still an MP3 you could pirate.
Ooh.
And then I will say the most recent slow jam is Heaven, Iowa. off of So Much for Stardust, which I think, I'm going to say it's their best slow jam since What a Catch.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Not a high bar to cross, but they do leap over that bar with Heaven, Iowa.
You don't think What a Catch is good?
I love What a Catch, but like after What a Catch, there was was
Yeah,
no competition.
No. I mean, in your opinion, I think Say Rock and Roll is kind of a
Yeah, they
banger
got
of a
Elton
song.
John on a song. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Listen,
They're an emo
The only
band.
cooler thing that they would have done is gotten Elton John to say fuck.
Yeah,
that would have been
pretty
cool.
Or fuck or dickin'. False.
Yeah, but listen,
That's called a callback,
Listen.
folks. You may remember about 10 minutes ago.
Elton John is not an automatic key to like greatness, you know?
That's true.
He is a fantastic musician, has all-time classic albums and
Yeah.
songs all over his career. He also made Victim of Love,
What is
which
Victim of Love?
it is considered by many to be his worst record. It is a confusing like disco kind of thing.
This sounds awesome.
It's horrible.
You do listen to a lot of music. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's very
I'm telling you.
impressive.
Maybe the Shawn Mendes album's really good.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
really
right
good.
Does it have a Senorita on it?
No.
I used to shower to that song on repeat because hang on, hold up, hang on. I used to shower to that song on repeat because
Pause.
if Senorita played more than 3 times, then I know that my shower was 3 Senoritas.
Couldn't
long.
you find a better song?
No, I don't think so.
Because
That's
listen,
the best one.
as the resident Shawn Mendes,
Sean Head.
as the Sean head in the room, that song is
Head
ass.
No, it doesn't work.
That song is terrible.
I think that song's okay.
It's like, I'm very opinionated about all of Shawn Mendes' music, so we could get into that, or we could
I know
I can tell.
3 songs.
we could get into that, or we could move to the subject of this episode. We could circle back to
I
that.
mean, I think that speaks to this song kind of being like, eh.
Yeah. Even though I do like
You
it.
do like it. Yeah.
It's not like I wouldn't call this.
I think I'm in
anywhere
between
close
your
to my
two
favorites.
opinions. I don't hate it. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Billy Joel said that Elton John should stop making music on live television?
I do.
What,
In front of God and
okay,
everybody.
when did he say that? Because there's definitely there's a period where that's like not invalid.
This was like it was on Stephen Colbert's late night show, so I would say anytime between 2016 and now is when that happened.
That's not an unfair thing to say
Okay.
about Elton John's current.
I think Billy
output.
Joel was just real as fuck.
Yeah.
He is real.
I don't
just-
know if Billy Joel should still be making music either, but
He doesn't make music anymore.
oh well, there you go.
He still
there you go.
performs.
He's not speaking
sure.
from.
He lives
He's
on
not.
Long Island and roots
He's
for
not
the
out of
Mets.
pocket.
Yeah, he's not with the fake shit, which I like.
Yeah, no. He's Long Island straight edge, I think. All right,
Catch him at the
let's-
No Cure show.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's dive into the song. Do you want to do lyrics first, Reddit, or song meetings?
Let's do lyrics first.
Okay, cool.
Any standout lyrics, Marty?
I
In your
think-
opinion?
Not the lyrics themselves are stand out, but the melody for the and the record won't stop skipping. I like that part.
I like that
Yeah.
part too.
I always found the opening lyrics to be confusing as hell. Like they just don't make any sense.
No, they don't.
I think I get it, honestly. It's like say something that like you kind of half mean, like a kiss on the neck on a best friend.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
because
kiss my
like
best friends on the neck.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, like if you're kissing your best friends on the neck, like haha, it's funny, but
What's going on there?
what's going on there?
What's happening there?
What's going on there? So like
You might be on some Shawn Mendes
yeah,
shit.
tell me
I love it
something
when you
and
call me
like
Senorita.
half like that you half mean that could go either way.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. I really just do love the whole chorus. And the record won't stop skipping, and the lies just won't stop slipping. And besides, my reputation's on the line, which does have an annotation, which I will bring up. Very, very fun stuff here. Genius annotation. His life is falling apart, but hey, wait, his reputation is on the line.
No way.
He can't be depressed or reach out for help. due to the stigma that comes on celebrities who go to rehab or get psychiatric care.
It's so true.
He has to fulfill the superstar image that is expected of him, but the pressure of success has broken him, and he's faking it just to save face.
Now, is this Patrick or Pete?
Pete.
This is a Peter song.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
I kind of see what they're saying. I just think that opening line is a little silly on the annotation there.
Yeah.
Because like the like that's a I would imagine a very real concern that Pete Wentz might have had when writing this song.
Absolutely.
But starting off that annotation like that is a little strange. It kind of colors the rest of the annotation in a strange way.
Now, I will say in the second verse, he does begin it by saying, please put the doctor on the phone because I'm not making any sense.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Marty, I think you might have to drop your criticism because he does admit to not making any sense.
Yeah, he's got me there.
Yeah.
I do love the way Patrick sings that line, too.
It's very good.
Sounds so good.
It's very good. I think what Patrick can do with Pete's words is so interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I like to joke that he makes his buddy sing about girls, which we think is very silly.
Making his buddy sing about his wife, which is very funny. But
yeah, I mean, he can't really sing. He can kind of sing.
Yeah, it's definitely better than the alternative.
There's a video from around the Save Rock and Roll era where this radio station, because I mean, I was just consuming all the Fall Out Boy content I could possibly find. This radio station makes all four of them sing along with like the pop hits of the day, and it's like very like Dance Monkey Dance.
Why the fuck would they
I'll find it. I'll dig it up somewhere. Patrick Stump has to sing "I Knew You Were Trouble" by Taylor Swift, and at first he's like he's just like half singing along, and they're like, come on, do the Patrick Stump thing, and then he has to like genuinely sing it. He kills it, obviously, but it's very just like electrocuting
That's hilarious.
A wild animal.
Yeah, they're just prodding at him.
God, I would be so uncomfortable in that.
I would make him do that too if I ever met him. Yeah.
If it was me in that scenario, it would have gone down exactly like that.
If it was me in that scenario, I would have done the same exact thing.
Nothing would have changed.
Yeah, I mean, I
think the lyricism on this track is actually pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's certainly not my favorite. It feels like copy and paste. It feels like there's this instrumental that they had, and they needed lyrics for it, and Pete just like found an old piece of disjointed lines and was like, "Here you go."
Here you
So,
go.
I don't know.
According to the Genius overview, Pete has said it's so personal he would never play it live.
Interesting. So I guess it's not the scenario I just described.
Well, kind of had an incorrect read there, Carson.
Never playing it live might be the move.
Yeah, I don't know if this is definitely not a live set song. I don't think.
Yeah.
No, this is never getting pulled out.
Yeah.
It has never been pulled out. I actually didn't check that. That's the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, I couldn't see it in a set list.
I don't think it's ever been pulled out live.
I don't think so either. I didn't look because I forgot.
Do you have anything else to say about the lyrics?
Yeah, I really like "We Can Fake It for the Airwaves." I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, that's tight.
I like that whole chorus. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's self-referential, which we love when Pete pulls that out. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
We love it, folks.
We love it, folks. There's one thing we love.
Despite this being like written before they had like a huge hit, but also like that may speak to just like how much they believed in this band. Of like they wrote "Sugar We're Going Down" and they're just like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very powerful.
Yeah,
they definitely like were faking it and then they made it.
Well, 1,000%. I mean, like, and
which is a viable strat. Honestly.
Oh, of course, yeah, no.
If you have the tunes to back it up.
Of course, yeah. And they do.
Word of advice: if you're looking to fake it before you make it and then make it, if your songs suck, you're probably not going to make it.
What was the first single from this record?
I don't know. That's a good question. One of the songs on this record for sure.
It was one. I mean, I'm just curious if it was "Sugar" or "Dance Dance."
It might be a carpal tunnel situation where it's neither, but I'm gonna double check right now.
That would be crazy. What would it be?
16 Candles, maybe.
That was definitely a later single.
Don't worry, team. I'm about to find out. It is
got
Sugar.
it?
We're going down.
Okay. All right.
Smart.
Yeah, no, that's a slam. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Slam
kind of
dunk.
an open and shut case.
Slam
Just
dunk
like,
lead single.
Yeah.
Yeah, slam dunk lead single.
Yeah, no wonder that they were singing about them having it before they had it, because they were going to put out Sugar as the first single.
Yeah. I mean,
And then immediately after that, they dropped Dance Dance, and then it's over.
God.
It's all over.
fire shit right there.
Yeah.
And then 16 Candles after that? Or
No. It's actually I Slept with Someone in Fall Out Boy.
oh,
And then
my second favorite song on the record.
16 Candles.
That's awesome. What a stellar lineup of songs.
They did put out a live single for The Music or the Misery, but I don't really count that in between.
Not on this record.
Yeah.
It's on the B-sides thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Marty,
Yes.
what anything else you got in these lyrics, or are you good?
I'm good.
Right on. Well, Reddit, there's not a whole lot going on on r/Fall Out Boy. They, in the official, which I just found out about this, there's an all FOB songs ranked post from 1 year ago, which I guess was a vote. Everyone put it to a vote. And this was under. Oh boy, hang on. There's a bunch of sections on this. And there's a section at the very top for their best songs called God Tier. And I've Got a Dark Alley and a Bad Idea is a God Tier song on this list.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
The Reddit, despite not posting about this song very much, the Reddit kind of loves this song.
Yeah.
Which, to me, it's gotta be a lyrics thing. It's gotta be I can put these lyrics on my Tumblr type deal.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
It's the only thing that makes
It's definitely
sense to
not
me.
the song.
There is definitely somebody out there with a Tumblr handle that is probably just fake it for the airwaves.
Probably, yeah. Fake it for the airwaves.tumblr.com.
Yeah, if that's your blog, then I read you like a goddamn book.
Got your ass, yeah.
Fucking got you.
Yeah, probably got some Gerard Way gifts in there. Dumbass.
Yeah.
No shade, honestly.
No shade.
Your blog's probably really cool.
It's fucked up because the other songs in the God tier category are God tier songs.
Yeah.
You got your Genapsis.
Yeah.
You got your EXO.
Yeah.
You got your I Slept with Somebody in Fall Out Boy. You got your
Yeah.
Disloyal Order of Water Buffaloes.
These are God tier songs.
Yeah. For some reason, Wilson, Expensive Mistakes from Mania is in there, but we'll choose.
There's too many children on the internet.
Are there any
Too many kids.
Are there any blasphemous picks in the bottom tier?
There are some blasphemous picks in the bottom tier, which I am going to just go ahead and save this post because bottom tier we have a list of not good songs. I'm Like a Lawyer with the Way I'm Always Trying to Get You Off is in not good.
It's in bottom tier.
Yeah, American Beauty, American Psycho, the song.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Disagree. I like that song.
You do?
I like that. I think that song's fun. The entire Pac Sam Days EP.
Oh, whoa.
Alone Together, Rat-a-Tat, Church, and something called Super Fade. I don't know what that is.
Rat-a-tat does suck.
I feel
That's
like
correct.
Ooh, also disagree. Rat-a-Tat's dope, dude.
Is that the Courtney Love one?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
That
Give me the
song's
Courtney Love less version and I might like it.
I mean, yeah, her part's annoying, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this list is all kinds of fucked up, but it's, it's
sure.
cool.
It happens.
Some people are dorks.
It's
That's
a
all I have to say.
subreddit tier list. I mean, it's got to be cursing one way or another.
Oh, absolutely. There's one piano cover of this song on the Reddit, which if you're a listener to the podcast, you'll know that most of these songs, it's an indication of whether it's a popular song. Most songs have covers posted on the Reddit, and I can only find one of this song. So
I see.
Not doing super well, other than the list that puts it in fucking God tier, which is a little
Yeah,
wild.
I don't understand that one.
But yeah. What you got on song meanings, Dawson?
A lot of actual earnest analysis. Who could have seen
Wow,
that
for
coming?
the first time. It's not people talking about Just One Yesterday being about World War II.
Yeah, I mean,
was crazy.
there is a good amount of people arguing over the lyrics for "Sugar We're Going Down," because like this was back in 2005, and there was a lot of reasonable confusion about what the fuck he was saying on that song.
Sure. Yeah.
But a lot of them some of them have like similar reads to us.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, I guess.
Oh no, I fuck with that. I love when people agree with me.
Yeah, honestly, I think people agreeing with me is pretty cool, and if you disagree with me, I will literally die.
You'll get hurt.
Yeah.
You'll get hurt if you disagree with
Something
Dawson.
very.
Why don't you go ahead and
Something very bad will happen.
something just so traumatic. Will concur. Concur.
Occur.
Oh, I concur is like I'm so stupid.
Occur
I
is
need
like
a
something's
new
happening.
I need a new mouth. and
Concur
brain.
is I agree.
Oh, that was awesome, Chris. You want to do
Thank
that
you,
in the
Chris.
microphone?
Thanks, Chris.
Was that like an audio book of? Oh, nice, dude.
Chris's GPS is going off.
You are
I don't know if
here.
it'll get picked up.
You are here, buddy.
But there is a very funny 2-comment exchange back in 2005. So Set It Off on May 6th, 2005 says, "Joke Me Something Awful sounds quite similar to Jinx Me Something Crazy from TBS. Anyone else notice this? They also say Number 1 with a Bullet and Sugar We're Going Down, and TBS has a song called Number 5 with a Bullet. Plus the title of this song is similar to Under Oath's I Have 10 Friends and a Crowbar that says you aren't going to do jack. Coincidence?"
No, every band was just naming songs this.
And then X143 Last Words on the same day says, "Shut up, Set It Off. You have no idea what you're talking about whatsoever."
That's pretty
this is
funny.
awesome.
I can't imagine Pete Wentz was stealing lyrics from Adam Lazzara of Taking Back Sunday. I can't see that.
No,
Both good lyricists, but like, come on.
well, one of them's much better. But
You think so? I think not to turn this into the Taking Back Sunday podcast, but I think that's one of that band's strengths.
lyrics? Oh, I think that
Absolutely,
band's great
yeah.
lyrically. I just
For
don't
sure.
think they're as good as Fall Out Boy.
I guess
And that's why they
pretty comparable maybe.
that's why you can eat potato salad while watching them open for Dashboard Confessional at your nearest amphitheater and not, go to a stadium and see them headline.
Yeah, I don't think that comes down to just the lyrics. But
Got him! Oh, we're never touring with Taking Back Sunday now.
cut this.
Was that on the docket?
I hope it is.
I would love to.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the new Say Anything song. pretty
Dude,
good.
I haven't heard it yet.
Haven't
They
listened
were
to
supposed
it.
to be on Bamboozle with us.
Yeah, we were supposed to see them at Bamboozle. It's all good though.
Damn.
Yeah, good song though. Good song though. Everyone go check that out. I don't know why I'm plugging a known band's new single.
Check out this underground band. They don't have a classic in their discography. Don't look it up.
Should we rank this sucker and then spin the wheel and get out of here?
Sure.
Cool, awesome. Because we're backlogging episodes and we need to have more words to say.
So true.
Let's go.
We just touched fingertips.
Marty, out of 10, between 1 and 10, rank this song.
4.
Ooh,
Damn.
4 out of 10 from
4 out of
Marty.
10 from Marty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving the nerds a second to put that in their Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah. I would call it below average Fall Out Boy song.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna do the same. I think I like it a little bit more than that, but no half scores because half scores are for pussies.
That's true.
I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. It is closer to a 4 than it is to a 6, but I am going to give it a 5 out of 10, only because I think this song might be better if the other songs on the record were worse.
Yeah,
Sure.
I can see
It's
that.
really fucking good.
It's
I
great.
can see that. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
You're so pilled by the sunset.
What do you mean?
You're so
sunset
drive
filled.
dude.
I'm sunset filled, man. And I also I wanted to comment on this song's what the fuck.
I don't know what that was.
This song's placement in the track list again, because it's it really is something. Like I went back and I listened to the record up to and through this song a little bit, and it really just comes out of nowhere. Like we've talked about before how the sequencing on this album is garbage.
Oh, it's really bad.
But
yeah.
like this is the first example where it's like really, really obvious.
Yeah.
That it's like
Well, the
so
fact
out
that
of place.
Dance Dance doesn't immediately come after Our Lawyer is, I think, just like such a crime.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
That would be insane.
Absolutely.
Like
Like,
that would just be the best sequencing ever.
They don't even like give thought to like the kind of banger that they're putting one after the other.
No.
Don't they have Dance right before Sugar We're Going Down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Also,
doesn't make a whole lot of
2
sense.
songs with drum intros back to back.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, no. Which happens more on Fall Out Boy albums than you'd think.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about how many fucking drum intros this band has, it's a lot.
I think it's crazy that they have just 2. They made 2 iconic drum intros like on one album.
Then put them one after the other.
The Dance kick and snare beat is so goddamn good.
I
Amazing.
forget that begins with drums.
It's awesome.
Because all I can think of is the bass line.
Me when I dance.
It,
I mean,
it
you
matches
know,
the
you're a
kick.
drummer,
It
but-
matches the kick and the snare. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
so
spin this damn ass
let's
wheel.
spin this damn wheel. Marty, you've listened to the show before, correct?
Yes, I have.
Oh yeah, we forgot to
You
ask
know what
them.
happens when we have a guest?
Do I get to spin the wheel?
You get to
You
spin
get to
the
spin the
wheel.
wheel.
Oh, let's just go.
All right.
Let's
I gotta
just go.
Let's just go. I got to remove this song from the wheel because we have finished it.
Okay.
We have now talked about it.
I mean, if I had to sequence this song somewhere, it would be probably before XO.
Yeah, definitely back half somewhere.
Yeah, back half somewhere, and it could just get lost, and I wouldn't. I could get to it, and I'd be like, "Oh, the record's almost over," but at least I have XO after this. Where is this damn ass song? I think I just named it Dark Alley.
You
for
did.
short. Yeah, you're right. I did. I'm gonna find it. Hang on, we're gonna edit all this out.
Is she dark my
Yeah.
alley?
Is she dark on my alley till I've got a bad idea?
Ooh.
I have one per episode. I think I have one of those per episode.
That was good.
Thanks.
You really just pulled it out of nowhere too. The speed at which it came to mind was
Thank you
crazy.
so much. Thank you so much. It's time for you to spin the wheel, Marty.
Let's spin it.
All
All
right.
right. So you see that little. Oh wait, no, not screen recording. It's a good thing we. Did you put the episode on YouTube? The last week's
did.
episode on YouTube. Awesome, because that's what we do this for. All right.
All right.
See
Press-
that button that says spin in the middle?
Yes.
Hit spin and then show us the screen.
It is spinning.
It is
Show us the
spinning.
screen. Show us the screen.
Spinning around.
What do we got?
Uh,
What is super fade?
What the hell is super
What the hell
fade?
is super fade? Give me that.
we got super fade.
Isn't super fade a god tier song?
No, super fade was like in the terrible songs
Oh
section.
shit.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Is super fade?
Shit.
We're not gonna get out of our trench of like terrible songs
Yeah,
for a
we're
minute,
gonna-
are we?
I
liked this one, but-
well, I mean, this wasn't a terrible one, and also the Phoenix rocks. So,
Super
What
fade.
is super fade? What is super fade?
the
I'm
fuck
still
is super
screen
fade?
recording because I'm still so confused as to what goddamn super fade is.
Well, we'll figure out what super fade is on the next episode.
Oh, super fade is a.
Don't say it.
It's not Mania. Super fade is a B-side that was on the Lake Effect Kid EP
Okay.
from 2018.
Well, we have that.
Could be interesting. Yeah, I
Sure.
suppose. All right, everybody.
Well, we got
Marty,
to.
will you come back on to talk about super fade?
Absolutely.
All right.
Wonderful,
Since it's
wonderful.
my fault.
Well, Marty, anything you want to shout out? Social media
Oh,
projects
sure,
you have
yeah.
coming along?
I'm only on Instagram, but my @ is the ASMR Volta.
Gaming. Well, thank you for listening. If you got this far, give us 5 stars on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and follow Carson and I's bands and Marty's at Bummerhill ATL on Twitter, at Callous Daoboys on Twitter, at Bummerhill on Instagram, at the Callous Daoboys on Instagram, and bye.
Have a good one.